Yo, how's everybody doing? Asta next versus, yeah. I mean, I do think Deku over Asta. What shotgun? What are you talking about? Asta, I do believe Asta does solo My Hero Academia. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? I don't know what your guys' thoughts. Oh, I don't want that on. I don't know what you guys' thoughts were on the death battle. I mean, obviously, I can tell that probably most of you guys, like, you probably enjoyed the fight, but you didn't like the analysis, which, because yeah, it was pretty poor. We should go Asta next image verse, Asta slams. Ooh, we got Poonblob, who's a member for 4 months now. Asta speed bits his Deku, yeah. I mean, like, the issue, like, if any of you guys watched my video, you know, my issue was just the analysis, and just a lot of the inaccuracies. There was so much stuff they got wrong. Gonna go set their programmer mode. No, I mean, I'm not gonna watch the video. I just want to talk to you guys, see if you guys watched it, so you guys thought about my video. But yeah, like there's just so many, and like there's a lot of errors I left out of my video because it was a long video. It's almost 30 minutes, and I left a lot of stuff out. Even parts where I cut out were I just shortened like stuff that I critiqued because it was too long. But so yeah, like I said, I have a huge issue with it. Just I thought it was poorly researched, and just at least the analysis part. Like I said, I really like the animation, the voice actors, the music, the sprites. I even like the fight, even though, you know, I thought I could have been done differently. But I still like Death Battle. I like Death Battle just for the sheer entertainment. Even though I don't like the analysis. I think that's probably a lot of people. Just, I mean, because just being able to see your favorite characters or even other fictional characters from different universes be able to fight each other is pretty cool. Like, I love Kenobi versus Kakashi. But yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I mean, that is a minor thing, but when there's so many major things and so many minor things that they got wrong, it just puts the whole thing into question. Yeah, I might actually be having somebody come on here to debate me, guys. I think a My Hero Academia fan got mad at my Death Battle video. He wanted to debate me that Black Clover isn't Lightspeed. So, even though he keeps talking in the comments, he will not join my Discord. So he's probably not going to get on. Maybe he will, but there might be a little debate for you guys to listen to during this. But as of right now, he has not responded saying that he's joined my Discord. I haven't seen him talking in my Discord as of yet. But yeah, he just doesn't believe that Black Clover is Lightspeed. Which, if he doesn't show up, I'll just give you guys... because this is, it's funny timing, because last night, before he was commenting, I was like, I want to do a video, again, rehashing the whole Black Clover Lightspeed argument, because there's actually so much more information for it now. But so if he doesn't show up to the debate, I will just probably tell you guys the information in a bit, because you can actually get Black Clover to Lightspeed or way faster without even using any of the Lightspeed statements, and not even using light magic in Black Clover. You can still get Black Clover to many times faster than light. I mean, I was no surprise that Asta won that fight. The people who really thought Deku had a chance, I didn't know anything about Black Clover, dropped the series on to. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, a lot of people who thought that Deku was going to win was the people who didn't know that anti-magic still has, like, attack potency scaling or anything like that. But yeah, one of the, like, things, like, what really hit home for me that I thought it was not a great analysis was the fact that you had them say that Asta was powerless once Devil Union ran out. And so I watched several reactions to this death battle, and there was a couple people who they saw Asta and Devil Union be knocked out of it and back into his base. So like, oh, well, Deku wins because they said Asta's powerless in his base form, and then Asta wins. So, like, that's why, like, analysis is important, because they confused a lot of people. So, because a lot of people were defending the death battle in my video response to that battle. They said, you got to remember that the animation, the fight, it's different from the analysis. Well, I agree it's different. It's supposed to be based on the analysis. Hey, Broku, how's it going? It's true that you're actually doing a part 2 to your death battle. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do a part 2 anymore. After going back, I just don't know if there's enough. Like, I do think they did Deku a little dirty. But I don't know if it's enough to make a whole video on. I might do a stream talking about it, or just, I mean, there'll be something, but I don't know if it's gonna be a video. But they didn't bother to premiere. I heard that they usually premiere their videos. They didn't premiere this one. I don't know why, but it could just be something with production issue and they just wanted to get it out quicker. I don't know. They just try to make the battle close for entertainment. I saw beneath Roy. I saw a lot of people talk about this. The Omni-Man versus Homelander video. They had Homelander like 70 million times weaker and slower than Omni-Man, and they still made that entertaining. So I don't think that is a credible, like, they should have just made it how it should have been. Psychic Science, both Asta and Deku. Hey, Mr. Crafty, what's going on, man? And that's true. Yeah, it didn't pretty much as a glitch. I didn't think it would be anything like that. As I said, I thought it'd be like a production issue or something, like a glitch. Yeah, I don't think they would be holding it back. So yeah, good, thanks for pointing that out, NND. I didn't know that, but I didn't think it would be something like that. Like reason to say toxic fandom. Here's my perspective. I think the My Hero Academia fandom, as a whole, is not toxic. Every single fandom is going to have a toxic portion of the fandom. That being said, I think that, as a whole, My Heroes is a bit more toxic than Black Clover, but still, the My Hero Academia fandom, I wouldn't say is toxic. But what Death Battle could have done to help prevent some of the toxicity that probably came to them, because a lot of people were pissed about this Death Battle from My Hero Academia fans, because in the video they just are like, oh, well, Asta, even though, you know, he destroys magic, they just say that he scales relative to whatever magic he destroys, and they don't back it up at all. So like any My Hero Academia fan who knows nothing about Black Clover, they automatically thought that this was like a bad thing. I'm Mythic TV. I think I remember you from Twitter. I mean, the person I was arguing with was either a MA fan or they're a Death Battle fan, Death Battle fanboy, because I actually had to mute them on Twitter because it was such delusions. It was so funny. Like, they admitted that the pottery feat that Death Battle used was fake, but still were defending them for it and just getting so many things wrong. I think I know who you're talking about, Mythics. I think I remember your name and your profile. They aren't mostly toxic most often. I don't know about that either. I would definitely say, although I gotta talk about this. I went to a convention in my area. It was a weeb convention, essentially, mainly for manga and anime, but there was comics and stuff too. And I went to a panel, and it was called the My Hero Academia panel. It was like one of the most cringe experiences of my life. So as I said, I don't think the My Hero Academia is cringe, or the fandom for it is cringe, but I go there with my girlfriend, and the panelists are a bunch of they're all just a bunch of girls, and they're all dressed up as different My Hero Academia characters, and they're trying to do the panel in character. But the issue with them being in character is they weren't in character to how these characters are in My Hero Academia. They were acting as these characters in their own fan fictions, and it was the most cringe, like literally, like this isn't just like me being hyperbolic. It is literally the most cringe thing that I have ever witnessed, and I am literally like, I have a stomach ache now talking about like, it was the worst thing. Like, they had one of the like characters, I think it was Deku, just started crawling under the table that they were sitting at, and oh my god, like it was cringe. And then, of course, they're having, like, Deku and Bakugo, the people playing as them, flirting with each other and trying to insinuate that there's something going on there. And that was cringe. But, like I said, I do think, you know, I'm a little biased because I'm more of a Black Clover fan than My Academia. I think My Academia is more cringe fandom than Black Clover. But still, the vast majority of My Academia fandom is going to not be. Yeah, they were definitely shippers. It was so cringe. Like, it was one of the worst experiences of my life. Me and my girlfriend, we left the panel after 5 minutes because it was cringe because me and my girlfriend are both pretty big My Hero Academia fans, and then we're like, oh, cool, you know, this has already been a cool convention. We're gonna go see this My Hero Academia panel, and mind you, because like the way they marketed it, and like it's like in the little pamphlet, it was just saying, oh yeah, all my Hero fans welcome. Gonna talk about the series and stuff like that, and like talk about fan theories, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, it was not. It was like one of the most like filled panels, and me and my girlfriend were not the only ones leaving early. It was so bad. I mean, they did say that some of the workers who were fans of VC helped them with the analysis. I actually talked to somebody who knows like some of the inner workings of Death Battle, and even he agreed with me on pretty much everything that this was just not a good episode. It just wasn't. It was inconsistent. They made up fake feats. This shouldn't have happened. Like, I don't care if, you know, Black Clover fans helped them. The end product of what we saw for the analysis was atrocious. That's my opinion. It was bad. There were so many errors. Not even like I get it. People get like all like, oh, I don't care about how many like teratons of TNT Asta is. It's not even that. It was the fact that they got so many other things wrong. Like saying that the swords couldn't cut things, and then leaving out like Asta cutting an entire like village-sized fortress. Also, you should have seen the Sea of Valley. I guess that easy as their poster child. Yeah, Death Battle's garbage. I don't think Death Battle's garbage. I like their videos. I like the fights. That's the main reason why I watch it, because I know the analysis they're gonna get wrong almost every time. So I don't say it's garbage. I think it is an entertaining episode, but that doesn't mean we can't criticize the information they give out. They represent Deku and MHA well. They represented it better than Black Clover, but I would say they could have done better. Like, they could have expanded more on the quirks. And that's the other thing, is I mentioned in my video. No, I did enjoy it in Indie. The analysis is like pretty much objectively terrible. The ASOS would legit, but yeah, I mean, he would, but anyways. I don't think this guy, I'll go refresh my comments and see if this guy has responded, and I'll check my Discord and see if he's joined, but he was all oorah about trying to debate me about Black Clover being Lightspeed, because he doesn't think it is. So I'm just going to check my server, see if he's in there, or if he's messaged me. No messages. Well, we got somebody who joined a couple hours ago, but doesn't have the same name. I'll see if anybody's messaged in the things. No. Alright, so I don't think this guy... Oh, I gotta check the YouTube comments. I don't think this guy is gonna be coming to debate me. Collab with each other. Huh. Collab with Death Battle? I don't think they're gonna want to, honestly. I would definitely... Like, if they had reached out to me to help, I definitely would have helped. Like, it's not like I hate Death Battle. Like I've said, I like Death Battle. I just don't think their analyses are very well done. But that doesn't mean I can't like it, you know? I would have helped them if they wanted help. But, oh yeah, I gotta look up YouTube comments. Byron, why did they try to mention Deku Gear Shift as bending the laws of physics as if it's a fact on hyperbole? I mean, I don't see that as a huge deal. I always argue that if you're trying to say something's a hyperbole, you gotta back it up. Like, you kind of, like, in terms of people, when they're reading these mangas, you'll see a statement and they just automatically assume it's hyperbolic, which I think it should be the other way around. That if you think it's hyperbolic, you gotta contextualize it. Damn, YouTube is being really slow trying to check my comments. what's funny is a couple of My Hero fans came into the comments of my video and were saying that Asta and any human in Black Clover are not superhuman. Like, as in they aren't like superhuman physiology with like speed and strength. I have no idea how you get that. Some of the worst feats in Black Clover are many tiers above superhuman. Yeah, the guy never responded. So no debate, it looks like. Unfortunately. But that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, Shadow. Few times to give Asta mid-dish current Deku. I agree. Yeah, that's true. Asta did chop wood with the sword. I mean, he's cut many things with it. Like, the weird thing is, like, what, like, a blade does. God, I'm gonna be terrible at explaining this because I'm so tired. Fuck. What a blade... So when you have... So force is what? Is mass times speed. Mass times acceleration. That's what force is. But the more you compress that same amount of force, the more damage it does. Which is what a blade is doing. It's so compressed and so small that... But it's still the same force. Like, so that's what cutting is. So, like... Just because the sword is quote-unquote dull... doesn't mean you can't cut things with it. Like, my hand is not sharp. Yeah, it is live, Zyark. My hand is not sharp. But if I do a karate chop on some Jello, I'm cutting that Jello. You know what I mean? It's kind of dumb, but... But I hope that they do more Black Clover death battles. Even if they get it wrong. Because I want to see Black Clover characters fight characters from other series. That was cool. And Edge is a force multiplier. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a force multiplier. It's kind of like with Ant-Man. The reason why he's so strong is because he keeps the same force, but it's so much smaller, so it does so much more damage. Like imagine somebody has a knife. If they stab you, it's cutting you. Imagine if that same exact knife with the same exact weight is expanded to the size of a house. It's going to be so frail that if it hits you, it's not going to do anything. Yami versus Zoro. There is rumors of Yami versus Shanks. We need more death battle in the future with Black Clover. Yeah, I definitely down for it. Yeah. See, I wonder if they did bring in Yami, how they would address him destroying Dorothy's glamour world. Noelle versus... Oh, yeah. Noelle versus... I think it was it Juvia, I think, is what a popular one is. Asta should never have to use Devil Union on Deku. No. We have to remember, though. They want to show off Devil Union in Death Battle. Like, there comes a point where we have to get rid of what would actually happen, because they want to show off these characters at their peak. Because honestly... If Asta was just in his base because if we just go how it should look, if they thought Asta perception blitzes Deku and one-shots him and the fight's over. We don't want that as a death battle. So we want to see Devil Union. That's my opinion. But yeah, the Devil Union wouldn't be needed. They would really downplay Glamour World. I don't know. I honestly have no idea how they would handle Glamour World. I need to watch a death battle where other pocket dimensions are used and see how they handle that, and see like how long ago those were. Because I do believe they've gotten better at scaling since like the Goku versus Superman one. So just to be destroyed by a lot of anime shows. I think Deku's gonna be really strong by the series end though. I mean, you can actually get him a lot stronger than what Death Battle got him to. Yami versus Guild Arts, yeah. That'd be interesting. Rumu would be nerfed harder. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I just realized I have like the last couple of volumes of Reincarnated as a Slime that I haven't even read yet. Alright, is Mechalord in the chat? That's the guy who wanted to debate me. Erzero low diff. I mean, I'm kind of split if Fairy Tail is a stronger verse. I think it probably is, but I don't know. Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic. That's actually, like, just thematically cool because of their powers. Saitama versus Shaggy. Strongest isekai protagonist Asta could win against? I honestly don't know too many isekai protagonists. Isekai is not really my favorite genre. Fairy Tail's Moon level. No, they're higher than Moon level. What is the lowest superhuman feat? Like, are you talking about what I was referring to earlier? I mean, like, Asta in, like, chapter, I think it was, like, 40, where he's fodder at that point compared to what he is even just chapters after that. He punches a rock and, like, pulverizes part of it. You could even go just, like, in the anime canon, Asta loses his grimoire. It gets stolen. And he runs through a grand magic region and is climbing a mountain far faster than any human could climb a mountain, despite the grand magic region. Like, the superhuman evidence is just filled throughout the series. I have played God of War. I beat Ragnarok. I haven't 100%ed it, but Noel versus Sailor Neptune. Oh, Natsu's Uni Plus. I know there's a lot of universal arguments for Natsu. The only issue is I need to read Fairy Tail again before I even give my actual opinion. Yuno versus Bakugo? Please, God, no. Saiyan Saga Goku versus Asta. That's... Honestly, that's actually kind of tough. I'd probably have to go with Goku. Because Piccolo, like, obliterated the moon, and that's been calculated to be planet level. And that's like at a power level like 400. And while I do believe Asta's large planetary, I don't know. I mean, it's so much harder to scale Dragon Ball because the manga and anime are like, they're technically like different continuities, but then even though Toriyama says they're the same, and I don't know, it's harder because I haven't scaled Dragon Ball in forever. I think it'd be a lot closer than what people think. Super Saiyan Goku's not that fast. He is pretty fast. Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling. Also should only fight magic users. I get that, but I don't think that has to be the case. Super Saiyan is barely MFTL. Nah, it is not. It's way above MFTL. It's like way into MFTL plus. Because Piccolo, his speed for being able to blow up the moon instantly is like, I think it's like, it was calculated to be like 60% light speed. And that was at the power level of 400. And Super Saiyan Goku is 150 million. So Super Saiyan Goku is definitely an FTL plus. Oh wait. Oh, you should. Wait. No, Colin Samuel saying Super Saiyan Goku's not that fast. Okay. God, there's so many people saying so much stuff. Chainsaw Man versus Deku. That one's probably a better fight. I read Kaiju number 8. That's one of my favorite series, but I'm like a year behind now, unfortunately. I love it though. I can't wait till I can't wait to the point where I can finally get caught back up on Kaiju. Super Saiyan Goku is way above FTL. Yeah, exactly, Gogito. It is. Super Saiyan 2 and Perfect Cell literally peak at Solar in their fight. That's actually debatable. I'd probably agree that Super Saiyan 2 go on Perfect Cell or Solar System, but there are actually some decent ways to get it higher. Spinor Rex, have I read Undead and Unluck? Yeah, that's another one I'm like a year behind. When I got COVID last year, I stopped reading it, basically every manga except for Black Clover and My Hero Academia. I don't know why. Maybe just because how much low energy I was for while I was sick. And because I also had like one of my elongated side effects of COVID was I was fatigue. It was COVID fatigue I had for months. So yeah, exactly, Byron. Roshi destroyed the moon with a power level 180. I don't know about anti-magic being an anti-life zone. If Naruto had anti-chakra, that'd be interesting. Yeah. Would post-time skip Asta... Or maybe that's pre-time skip. Either one, Asta beats Deku, yeah. I have seen that picture of Cell without his hat on, yeah. People are going to bring up Gear Shift and Fujin. It doesn't even change anything. Yeah, Epsilon. They did kind of make those a little inconsistent with the swords. Alright, I'm gonna check my Discord one more time, see if this guy showed up. Well, I did get somebody new who joined during the stream, but that might have just been somebody who joined because of this stream and not Mechalord. So, as of yet, no Mechalord. No debate. Noel versus One Piece. One Piece is a pretty strong verse from what I remember. New Black Lower chapter. Yeah, I'm excited. I've already read it, the unofficial translation, but I mean, I'm still hyped for what's coming. Deku versus Baruto, who wins? I don't even know. I don't know anything about Baruto. Scale Asta by the multi-continental feat, who is him walking on Lucifero gravity in the base mode. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Rudon? Thanks for coming in. The chapter's already out. Is it out on Viz? Did it come out early this week? No, it's not out. It's out for unofficials. Not on Viz though. I've read it. I've read it. Just not the unofficial translation. Or would also scale Narutoverse. I honestly don't scale Naruto. It's hard for me to say. I do have a video coming out, a collaboration, and the video is could Pain steal Asta's Devil? Yeah, I think that Meliodas and Asta would have been better. Yami versus Gojo. I'd say Yami. Seawater and One Piece and water are different? Really? Yeah, I did make a Yami versus Gojo video, though the debate slightly changed. But I still largely don't think that the Yami loses. I think Gojo loses. Do you think Asta feels slightly needed because I haven't seen him use True W units yet? What do you mean by that? Anti-magic, I don't think there's any evidence that it kills life. I mean, I don't think there's any sound evidence that it kills life. I think it just destroyed the plant. And it was stated that it dried up the mana. Because it was grown by Yoryoku, which is magic power. Atlas nails Meliodas. Meliodas is stomping Asta. I disagree. The reason why I disagree with Meliodas stomping Asta is because pretty much the only argument that people have for Meliodas defeating Asta is by saying that the Demon Lord, his realm has a star in it, and he created his realm. Therefore, he's star level. Which, if we grant that to Meliodas, then we have to grant the creation feats to Black Clover. In Black Clover, at the very least, Dorothy creates a universe that is filled with stars in the sky, which makes her multi-solar system. And she's fodder when she first creates it. But beyond that, Dorothy, her universe is stated to be endless, which means that Dorothy creates an infinite universe. And even if you try and say that she doesn't scale to it, Yami's Dimension Slash destroys it. And even though Yami's Dimension Slash's hacks, Death Thrust was so strong that it surpassed the hacks of Dimension Slash. Because Death Thrust is pure power. It's just condensed magic power. That means that anybody who scales to Death Thrust Yami is universal. So that's why, like, if you want to use the Meliodas star creation, I know there's also some stuff with Chaos Arthur as well. I think those are a bit more vague, but if we want to grant the Chaos stuff and the star creation for the Demon Lord, then we have to grant it for Black Clover too. Because honestly, the Dorothy's feat is more concrete than the Demon Lord's feat. That's why I think we have to scale. Well, that's why That's why I think Asta would defeat Meliodas. And then even if you use the more grounded scaling, I got him there too. But I am gonna be making 7 Deadly Sins videos. Like I'm making could the 7 Deadly Sins have defeated Lucifero? I will probably do Asta versus Meliodas. I'll probably do theories in the verse too, because I really like Four Knights of the Apocalypse, but Death Thrust is basically just Zed, and it might be, honestly. He might have been doing it instinctually. I wouldn't say Uni Plus for Asta, because you need to create a universal time-space to do that, and Dorothy's Glam World is only stated to be a space, so it'd be just universal, not Universal Plus. But like I said, I don't typically scale Asta to Universal, that's why I go with Planetary. But I have read Fire Force, not all of it though. Benny Marvel's Lucifer. I know Fire Force is very, very strong. Aiden Hansen, Anti-Magic seems to have a lot of connections to dark magic. Ooh, just wait for my theory video coming out next week. People are gonna hate the title of it, but guys, I think I found something crazy in the Black Clover universe. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one. That's my theory next week. I'm not saying what it's called yet because people are gonna hate the title of it, but it's gonna be a fun one. I do like the Ryuzen 7 so far. They're definitely already better than the Spirit Guardians, even if you include the Spirit Guardians from the anime canon, because they got a little bit more show in the anime canon. The manga, they were nothing, but Yuno versus Byakuya. That's another thing I'm considering. Well, not considering. I'm gonna be doing Asta versus the Espada. in a gauntlet style video where he takes on one at a time. Yeah, if you use some creation feats, a lot of series are universal. Yeah, that is true. I do some Fairy Tail stuff with you. I want to read Fairy Tail. I want to do Fairy Tail videos as well. Like, I want to do some crossovers between Fairy Tail and Black Clover, because I think that'd be fun. Because I think there's a lot of crossover between those fandoms, and then also there's a lot of hate too. So yeah, I get what you mean, Matt. Matt Meadowolf. Oreo, I made a video on that like a year ago. I'm not... It's a hard argument. I'd say probably, but if Deku has surpassed Primal Might. I think in-game will be a big jump, Arnold Dabolsk. Dabolske? I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry. I do think it's going to be a big upgrade by the end of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse. Slayer, I think that you were asking if Partial Union is stronger than Devil Union. I don't think so. I think Devil Union is stronger. Not only do I've seen, like, because Viz has been kind of iffy on their translations, but I saw a translation where it said that Partial Union constricts the anti-magic power, which means that would mean it's weaker. Shit, I haven't even talked about this in, like, since I made my member video on it, but, like, there's just a lot going against Partial Union. Like, there's that statement, but it's too vague. Contextually, it's meaning that Partial Union is above the full black form. Asta versus Percival. That's actually a good idea. I do plan on playing the BC mobile game, Mudkid. I think Bleach is strong 4-0. Have I read Fairy Tail Hunter Your Quest? I've read a fair portion of it. But I am going to reread all of Fairy Tail and then read Four Knights of the Apocalypse. I'm pretty much going to try and read everything that's canon in Fairy Tail and then watch like the anime canon and stuff like that. And probably the movies if any of them are canon. Alright, I'm going to do one more little search for this guy. If he's not ready to debate, then maybe I guess we'll do another time. But yeah, this guy wanted to debate me on Lightspeed Black Clover. He doesn't think Black Clover is Lightspeed. No messages, no comments. I'll see if he joined my Discord. Somebody named Clone joined my Discord. It's probably not them. Nobody has messaged in the Discord. Nobody has joined the Discord's server, or not server, but channel for debates. So he's probably not going to show up. Alright. Bleach Galaxy and FTL. It's really easy. Yeah, it's really easy to get Lightspeed and Black Clover. But basically, I'll talk about. I'll just start talking now. I'll basically just say why Black Clover is Lightspeed to anybody, because there's got to be somebody in here who doesn't think it's Lightspeed. Oh, what's your reward that you haven't gotten, Darkid? Let me know and I'll give it to you. Oh, reward for Discord. Really? Sorry, I didn't read the last part. Do you have me on Discord? Because if you message me on there, I'll get you helped right away. Or right after the stream. If you can, message me on Discord. But yeah, sorry about that, Dr. Demon. I thought you had been given it, but just if you can message me on Discord, I'll get you helped out. But anyways, Basically, this guy's argument was that, sure, there are 3 light speed statements in Black Clover, but they're just statements. There's no like feat of somebody traveling 186,000 miles in a second. Because for you guys who don't know, light speed is traveling 186,000 miles in a single second. So basically, it'd take you less than 2 seconds to travel to the moon. You could travel around the Earth 7 times in a single second. You still think Planetary Black Clover is cringe? I'm about to bring that back up when I'm done talking about Lightspeed Black Clover, because I want to talk about that. Anyways, so people say, you know, they've never traveled that fast. It's not consistent because light magic can get faster. Guys, it's magic amplifying light. Like, this isn't just light. It is light being augmented by a supernatural energy force. Also, just if we go by portrayal, it is stated that Lumiere travels at light speed, and he travels the country in a single panel. Now, there's no time frame. It'd be very hard to calculate, but that's how Lightspeed would work. It would basically, you would travel across a country instantly if you were Lightspeed, and that's what Lumiere did. But not only that, people also, they probably, you actually, most people aren't even gonna be able to know this, because what Viz does, unfortunately, is they remove editor statements from their chapters. Every single Black Clover chapter has statements from the editor of the series. So the guy who works with the Tabata, not only that, the editors of Mangaka, the editors of Mangaka, they help shape the whole story. So this is a very, very high up person in terms of the creation of a series. The editor of the manga said that Lumiere traveled at light speed to travel across the country. So you have the editor of Black Clover saying that Lumiere traveled at the speed of light. So 3 statements in verse, 1 statement saying that they traveled at light speed from the editor of the series. And now people argue that characters in Black Clover, they wouldn't know what light speed is. This is a fantasy world. How in the hell would they know what light speed is? How would they know how fast it is? But that also doesn't really check out, because they know about in-depth like muscle building. Like they know powerlifting and stuff, which is stuff that we didn't know about. Like, and I was watching one of the episodes the other day where they're talking about deltoids and shit like that, and and UV rays and stuff like that. Like, they know like certain levels of science in Black Clover. But then again, it's also moot because the editor who exists outside of Black Clover and knows about Lightspeed says it anyways. So yeah, that's why. That's one of the reasons. But as I was saying earlier in the stream, you don't even need these Lightspeed statements to argue that Black Clover is Lightspeed. Basically, because what this guy was saying, so I'll cater to what he was saying. He said that, you know, Luck is only lightning speed because he uses lightning magic. And because people struggle with his lightning magic, that makes Black Clover only lightning time, which again goes against the whole fact that these are the elements powered by mana, making them stronger and faster. The issue is that even if I grant that when Luck used True Magic for the first time, and that was True Lightning, that it's only lightning speed, it doesn't matter, because we can still just upscale him to faster than light just by using the multipliers that we know. So, like, we know that we know that lightning travels at 1,200 times the speed of sound on average. If you guys don't know, light speed it's like 874,000 times the speed of sound. So that's still a big difference. Lightning is 1,200 times the speed of sound. Light is 874,000. What that means is all we need to do to show that Black Clover is light speed is make True Magic Luck like 800 times, or yeah, 800 times stronger and faster. And that's pretty easy. So you have Luck, who is 1,200 times the speed of sound. You make a good point, Joe. I was going to bring that up after this. Luck is True Lightning, which actually I'll discuss this. Well, you know, people say that True Lightning is only lightning speed because it's like real lightning. But remember that the elements in Black Clover, they are elements that are amped by nature's mana. Jabori Allen, no simple, Deku faster, and Asta is better. And Deku's faster and has better AP feats? What are you talking about? Anyways, so true lightning magic, it's not just the speed of lightning in our world. It's just stronger and faster than Black Clover's lightning because it's just nature's mana amping it. But anyways, so you have True Magic Luck being 1,200 times the speed of sound. And he was able to fight against a Dark Disciple, a 50% Dark Disciple, who the base Dark Triad scale considerably above. So you have True Magic Luck, Lightning Speed. But he only did it against a 50% Dark Disciple, whereas the Dark Triad and their base scale above the 50% Dark Disciples to a considerable margin. So that means we can just pretty much say that base Dante would be at least the speed of lightning, right? So he's 1,200 times the speed of sound. Well, 100% Dante is over 100 times stronger than base Dante, because we know that Devil Power, at the very least, it works linearly. Because we know that when 100% Dante had his power halved, he went back to 50% Dante. So that would mean that, for example, 1% Dante is 100 times weaker and 100 times slower than 100% Dante. And that would mean that base Dante is even more. So multiply that by 100, and what would that be? That would be 122,000 times the speed of sound, which is still not light speed. Oh, well, 100% Dante is not even that strong or fast anymore. We could just say that Asta, Partial Union, is faster than 100% Dante, and then add on the 100 times multiplier of Zeton, and boom, we get over 10 times the speed of light, just from upscaling using multipliers and power scaling, just from the speed of lightning. So that's why Black Clover's light speed, not only is there 3 statements in the verse, but you have a light speed statement by the editor of the manga, and then you can just use multipliers and calculations that we already know to be true, and just tack that on top of light speed timers. And I couldn't find my Google document, but a while ago, when I was making the How Strong is Asta video that I released a few months ago, I actually went back and went to the point where Yuno first broke the speed of sound early in the series, and used multipliers and power scaling to get him to light speed, just from how much stronger he got. So it's like, you can go all the way back to just breaking the speed of sound, let alone lightning timers. So like, that's just how like sound the light speed stuff is for Black Clover. So yeah, Black Clover is light speed. So sorry, I think it was Mechlord. But yeah, Black Clover is light speed. Even if we disregard all the light speed statements in the manga, we still have the editor saying it's light speed. And if you disregard that, you have all the upscaling showing that it is. So, also, Joe, you made a good point. You said it before me, but Tabata made a physics-based manga before Black Clover called Hungry Joker. And because the common thing that people say is, oh, well, these creators, they don't know what light speed is. They don't know how fast it is. I'm pretty sure that, like, Japan has a better education system than America. And when I was in the 3rd grade, and we were learning the order that the planets go around the Earth, I remember learning that light speed was really fast, and that it traveled at 186,000 times the 186,000 miles per second. I knew that in the 3rd grade, and a lesser education system than Tabata went through. and he wrote a manga based on physics. So it's like, are we gonna really assume that Tabata doesn't know what light speed is? I feel like I'm talking to a wall right now because most of you guys probably like agree with it, but I just want to talk about this. It's probably gonna be a video, so what are you guys saying in the comments? Oh yeah, didn't somebody say that? Who said that Black Clover Planetary is cringe and why? I want to know why. I can see why some people might not like it, but to say it's cringe, I don't get. I don't get. Like, there's a difference between disagreeing with something and thinking it's cringe. Chica top 5, currently probably top 3. The light speed doesn't look very fast, but it's fast. I don't know if Achika's top 3. She seems inferior. She's inferior to Ryu. She's inferior to Lucius. I don't know. She's definitely high up there, though. Actually, she can't be top 3. Because she's inferior to Ryu, she's inferior to Lucius, and she's not the strongest of the Ryuzen. So that means at best she can be top 4. What's up, bruh? Appreciate the stream. Thanks for coming in, PL. Appreciate that. It's also faster than time. I don't know about that. Like how I think is cringe is universal. I mean, I don't think it's cringe, but I understand why people don't like it, because that's really high. Have we started yet? Started what? Is somebody saying that Goku is not planetary or something? Alright, I think I saw somebody said they were gonna add me. Embodiment of Demons, that's who it was. Alright. I just added you, Darkid. I'm gonna send you a message. And try and just message me back after the stream. I just messaged you that, and then I'll help you get you your rewards. Didn't Asta use anti-magic and stop time though? It's more likely that the anti-magic just protected and destroyed the time magic around him. PL, I believe it'll be universal. Universal plus. Explain planetary Asta. Shit, well... Okay, I'll bring up... There's a huge debate on Versus Battle Wiki, which I help with. And me and a couple of my buddies, we're trying to get Black Clover to planetary on with the wiki. It's multi-continental right now. Versus Battle Wiki is a wiki where people document the power level of characters, attack potency, speed, durability, abilities, all of that. And honestly, I'll say they usually lowball characters. It's really hard to get things passed on there, but I'll read why. Because there was actually a post posted just last night about why Black Clover is planetary, and I'll just go over it. I mean, a lot of it's kind of the same stuff I've been saying, because I did help make this thread, but... Yamcha still owes Black Clover? He probably does, honestly. Alright. Well, I will see if my software will let me read it. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't capture all of it, though. Oh, I got most of it, pretty much. Okay. So, this is my boy Arnold. Salamander is a fire spirit and is regarded as the spirit with the highest attack power among all 4 spirits. According to the data book, Salamander is capable of vaporizing 1,000 Ri of ocean. This calc made by Arc 7 Kuro has already been done, and the lowest end has been accepted, and that has been accepted to be like multi-continental levels of power. Throughout the series, Salamander has been in a weak and developing state. It started out as a small lizard in its weakened state until it grew up to this level. While not fully developed, it still had the power to destroy the forest that's under the protection. Actually, I will show you the links. I'm just going to make sure they work. Okay, yeah. I'll show you the links. So this calc, I'll show you this guy's this calc. So it says the Sigh of the Fire Drake, which is the Salamander, heats 1,000 Ri. One swing of its talons dries the ocean. I'll show you the calculations. It's 11.46 petatons. That's multi-continental. And then all the way up here, the 20 exatons, the heat 1,000 Ri. That's actually multi-continental, but it's almost moon level. It's like 68% moon level. So that's like the insane levels of power for the multi. That's just for the Salamander. So those are actual calculations that come from the data book. So this is a data book. It's called Volume 16.5. So that kind of makes it canon, right? And then in the guidebook, it is created and proofread by Tabata, which means that Tabata, see that this is proofreading right here. So Tabata proofread. This means that Tabata approves of the Salamander feat at the very least, which means that the Salamander should be multi-continental. That's, I mean, I agree with that. I don't know what you guys think. And then I will start deleting some of these tabs. That's probably good. Okay. I started out as a small lizard. True. And until it grew up to this level. Oh, he didn't change that. I told him to change that. But it's the Salamander that we see in the Witch's Forest. But then that's not actually the fully developed. Damn. So this is it. So basically, the Witch's Forest is a small country, and so this is, even though it's not developed, this is what Arnold is saying. Even though the Fire Spirit Salamander is not fully developed, it was able to destroy the Witch's Forest, which is a small country, and it's a small country that is protected by 2 force fields. This start as a mess, by the way. I don't think so, Epsilon. Arnold, my boy Arnold. I don't trust the wiki too much because I think there are things to have issues with Versus Battle Wiki about. I still think it's a good resource though, but anyways, back to the thread. So yeah, this is the thing that shows it. Oh, wait, where's the mana force fields at? I guess so. If you guys didn't know, the mana Grand Magic regions are protected by mana force fields, and the Witch's Force is also a Grand Magic region, and it's also protected by the Witch Queen's magic. So basically, says that's why the fully developed Salamander from the Third Eye can perform the calc feat, because we didn't see it do a feat like this in the Witch's Forest, a multi-continental feat, but that's because it's protected by mana force fields. Also, there's no ocean there either, but so this is like getting the Salamander to multi-continental. Furthermore, Reeve is an elf capable of creating a pocket dimension with 2 moons in it. This is shown in the manga, and he's even more prominent in the anime. I'm just showing the anime one because it's pretty much impossible to see the manga one. If you just have the manga, you can see it, but it's way harder to see. But yeah, moon right there, moon right there, moon right there. According to Sally, the creations within the dream world are the same as real entities. First, what she's generating are the actual objects she visualizes, and their compositions are the same too. So yeah, that means that because the Black River world has a moon, Dorothy is creating moons. Therefore, I propose that we also... Wait, no, so since Reeve is far superior to High 6A Salamander, High 6A is multi-continental, it makes sense why she's able to create 2 moons in her world. Therefore, I propose we also upgrade Reeve to at least baseline moon level, since it could be possible she made one while Dorothy made the other. Once all of the above are accepted, 100% Lucifera, who is 6,000 times higher than Reeve based on our scaling, will be 5B. 5B, I believe, is small planetary as a result. This should be supported by the fact that Lucifera was going to destroy the world the moment he emerged. And then there are 3 different statements. This is from a supplementary material stating that 50% Lucifero would have destroyed the world when he was fighting Asta. And then you have the statement right here that says, if this goes on, the world will. And then it says, if Lucifero manifests, the world's finished. So 3 planetary statements for Lucifero. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the main gist for planetary Black Clover. And it actually goes even higher, because that doesn't include Zeton. It just goes up to Lucifero. And Lucifero isn't even close to the strongest character anymore. Another L for Arnold. I don't know. But one thing that I think is also important to add to this, which I think we, probably should have added to it, is Demon Licht was stated to wipe out humanity, and that would mean that he would also need to destroy the ocean that the Seabed Temple is at. Like, it's at the bottom of the ocean, which adds further support to this whole thread. So that's how all this planetary Black Clover comes from. Dragon Ball GT Hercule beats... Why can't I think how strong GT Hercule is right now? I love GT. I used to scale the crap out of it too. There are 2 more versions of Evelyn not yet shown. What do you mean? Broku, which forums the Arnold thread posted in? Was it in the CRT Journal discussion or elsewhere? I don't know. I mean, I did notice that I couldn't find it when I looked for it earlier. I don't think it's the worst matchup. Oh, that's... Yeah. He did get... Wow. My biggest problem with Black Clover power screen is that because magic types can't make a huge difference unless a character isn't overwhelmingly stronger, you can't say who's stronger. I disagree. Which captain would I bet on to be stronger than a Chica? Just going by Tabata's narrative, how he would write things, I would probably say Yami or Mariel Leona, even though she's not a captain anymore. This song? It's called Broer, and you can't find it anywhere, actually, because my brother made it for me. How many more power-ups do I think Asta has left in him before the end of the series? I think it'll be a fair amount. I honestly think we're gonna get 100 more chapters of Black Clover now. I just don't see this wrapping up quickly at all. Yeah, exactly, Indominus. Yami will be above Ichika. Definitely. That's why I say it, because like I think if anybody came to fight Ichika, they're getting a power-up from what they were at last point. We can agree that if Asta and Deku switch places, Asta would thrive while Deku would die to Chain Guy. I think Asta does thrive in the My Hero world. Deku? I don't know, man. Like, the crappy thing is there's not a lot you can do with your just sheer knowledge unless you have at least some power backing it. Like, Asta was able to survive against Revchi because of his physical strength. But if Deku is in there the whole time, maybe I don't know. Because if you think about it, if Deku's in My Academia, if you give him some time, he probably, like, finds magic items or something like that. Or, like, learns about magic items and starts using them or something. So... Deku makes a deal with the devil to get power. I mean, that's the thing, is we can't say that Deku's not getting picked by the Grimoire by the 5-leaf clover Grimoire, the anti-magic Grimoire, because it's not his character to do what Asta did, to train. He's going to be doing a more analytical analysis of the world. That's what he did in My Academia. And I still think that could work in Black Clover, to where he's not going to be a failure. Like I just said, I think he could probably figure out, like, magic items, and use that to become powered, or something like that. I don't think it's, Asta goes to My Hero and he just thrives, and then Deku goes to Black Clover and he just flops. I don't think it's that way. What happened to my old vids? What do you mean my old vids? Look at what Ryu can do with no mana. Yeah. Who are the strongest people in the Clover Kingdom right now, excluding Asta? I mean, it's really hard to say because we don't know. I mean, I would say probably Yuno is the strongest, besides Asta. But everybody else, it's really hard to say. Yeah, Jordan Myers, I agree with that. I think that Death Battle did not show all of Deku's moves either. I think they could have done more for both. Right, you built different, that's true. How strong is Black Frieza? Oh, shit. I haven't even read that chapter, man. I don't know, multiversal? I haven't scaled Dragon Ball in forever. There's also the point that Deku had basically given up on being a hero until he met All Might. Yeah. I think the difference is, though, I mean, Deku in the Black Clover world has other ways to attain power. Like I said, there's magic items. There is devil contracts. That's why I don't think we should just give up on Deku if you switch their places. If Deku has to live up magic lists in the Black Clover world, I think he still figures it out. How would he get a magic item? And he's too pure for a devil contract. I mean, there's many ways to get a magic item in Black Clover. Anyways, guys, it was a fun stream. Honestly, my voice is getting pretty scratchy. I did a recording session. I recorded a few videos. I recorded my member videos, and I recorded my next week's video right before streaming, and now I've been talking for a while. So I'm about to get off. My voice is getting scratchy. So thanks for coming in, guys. I will be streaming again Sunday to talk about the new chapter, and then I'll have another video out next week, and members videos coming out this weekend. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and have a good one. Peace out.